Hi students, welcome back to Smarter Everyday Overlearning. Dear students, in this session we are going to learn about the concept electronic displacements in a covalent bond. Right, from the subtopic fundamental concepts of organic reaction mechanism. From the chapter organic chemistry, some basic principles and techniques from grade 11 and CERT. Dear students, up to now about qualitative analysis and quantitative analysis, these two completed. In that estimation of so many elements completed, those details and everything I'll provide for you in the description. You can go through them once, check the description. Right, let's start our today's session, electronic displacement in a covalent bond, from the subtopic fundamental concepts of organic reaction mechanism. Okay students, in this organic reaction mechanism, for example, in an organic reaction, the organic compound is called as a substrate. So this is only nothing but the organic molecule which is going to involve in the chemical reaction, in the organic reaction, that is known as here a substrate reacts with a suitable attacking species is called as here suitable attacking species is called as reagent. Okay, here you have to know and you have to understand, you have to remember all these definitions also, what is substrate and what is reagent also you came to know here, and the formation of products, and this attacking of a species called as reagent to form products here, to form products. Right, the formation of products may occur either directly from the reactants through a transition state or through the formation of one or more intermediates. Here formation of products, in between that there must be a formation of intermediate takes place. Intermediate. In addition to the final product, sometimes byproducts also will be formed. Sometimes byproducts including with that products. Okay, these are also will be formed from the intermediate. Okay, this is complete whole sequence of events of the substrate and reagent and products and intermediates. Right, for suppose substrate, the substrate is that reactant which supplies carbon for the formation of a new bond, while the other reactant is called the reagent, same as the reagent. If both the reactants supply carbon to the new bond, then choice is arbitrary. Usually the molecule on which attention is focused is called the substrate. Okay students, during the organic reaction, a covalent bond between two carbon atoms or a carbon some other atom is broken and a new bond can be formed. Okay, did you understand? A covalent bond between the two atoms, for suppose in between two carbon atoms only there is a formation of covalent bond. Okay, then these atoms, these carbon atoms or carbon and some other atom is broken and a new bond is formed. New bond. Basing upon this, you came to know the definition of reaction mechanism. What is meant by reaction mechanism? Let's see now what is the definition. A sequential account of each step describing details of electron movement, energetics during bond cleavages and bond formation. Okay, the electron movement should be done in while cleavages of the bond and while the bond formation also. Okay, and students, here you can see the rates of transformation of reactants to products. Okay, and the rates of transformation of reactants into products nothing but kinetics. It is known as reaction mechanism. Okay, reaction mechanism, this is the definition of reaction mechanism. And what is the complete information? A knowledge of reaction mechanism is useful to understanding the reactivity of organic molecules, and students, it is also helpful us in planning strategy for their synthesis. Okay, therefore in this session we shall study some of the basic principles which explain how the organic reactions takes place basing upon electronic displacements in a covalent bond. Electronic displacement in a covalent bond. Okay, in this, students, you are going to learn about, just I have written a mind map for you. This is the mind map and fundamental concepts of organic reaction mechanism, and here the subtopic is electronic displacement of a covalent bond. Okay, here you can see the first one is inductive effect. Okay, inductive effect. In this inductive effect we are going to learn about two types of inductive effect. These are plus I minus I effect. Okay, plus inductive effect and minus inductive effect. And here you have to see the second one is electromeric effect. In this electromeric effect also you are going to see about two types. Those are plus E effect and minus E effect, nothing but plus electromeric effect and minus electromeric effect. Right. The third one is resonance or mesomerism. Okay, students, in this also, in this resonance or mesomerism, you are going to learn about two types again. Those are plus R effect, minus R effect. Okay, plus resonance and minus resonance. And in this resonance effect only, the first one is some types. This is the complete mind map I want to show you in this resonance subtopic. And resonance structures, for suppose some ions, how we can draw the resonance structures for these ions, and some nitromethane and some compounds also. And second one is rules for writing resonance structures. While we are writing the resonance structures, what are the steps we have to follow, that also I'll explain in this session. Okay, and relative contributions of resonance structures. What is the relative contributions also? Let's see in this session the fundamental concepts of organic reaction mechanism. And the last one is, here you have to see the fourth one, hyperconjugation effect. Okay, in this hyperconjugation effect, what are the subtopics you are going to learn? Those are significance of hyperconjugation effect, and here four types are there. Directive influence of alkyl groups, and next one is shortening of carbon-carbon single bonds adjacent to multiple bonds, and the third one is relative stability of alkenes, relative stability of alkenes, and fourth one is stability of carbocations and free radicals. Okay, students, this is about the complete mind map. So if you study about all of this, if you study this, then the topic of fundamental concepts of organic mechanism, organic reaction mechanism should be completed. Okay, now students, in this session I'm going to explain to you just about what is the introduction part of fundamental concepts of organic reaction mechanism, and electronic displacement of a covalent bond in this inductive effect and electromeric effect. These two only I'm going to explain to you in our next session about complete resonance, in our next session hyperconjugation. Okay, so that in complete 3 sessions only this entire topic will be finished. Okay, let's start about this. The first one, electronic displacement in this inductive effect. Inductive effect. Okay, whenever an electron withdrawing atom such as halogen nothing but X you can take, or a group such as nitro group, that you know, NO2, okay, is attached to the end of the carbon chain. For suppose, students, if you take the example of carbon chain 2, 3, 4 carbons, to this any attachment of halogen group or a nitro group, this is the first carbon, second carbon, third carbon, fourth carbon. So this is the carbon chain. Now the delta, here you can see the representation of delta. Electrons of C and X bond are attracted by or displaced towards the more electronegative halogen atom. Here this X is more electronegative halogen atom. Okay, more electronegative. So we can represent with delta minus. As a result, the atom X acquires a small negative charge, that is delta minus. We can represent like this. And C1, this is the first carbon, acquires a small negative charge here. Here is the negative charge, and here a small positive charge, delta plus. Okay. And the small positive charge on C1, a small positive charge on C1 in turn attracts the sigma electrons of the C1 C2 bond towards it. As a result, C2 acquires a small positive charge. So we can represent like this, delta double plus. Of course, smaller than that on C1. Okay, this is smaller than C1. And now C3, similarly C3 will acquire a small positive charge, that should be triple plus, delta triple plus. That will still smaller than that of C2. C3 is greater than, C2 is greater than C1. Here these three. C3, now C1 is smaller than C2, C2 is smaller than C3. Okay students, this type of displacement of sigma electrons along a saturated carbon chain whenever an electron withdrawing or electron donating group is present at the end of the chain is called inductive effect or I minus effect. Now let's see the variations of this I plus effect and I minus effect. Now let's see about minus I effect. If the substituent attached to the carbon, end of the carbon, that means here carbon, 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 and here X. This is the substituent. End of the carbon chain is electron withdrawing. Electron withdrawing we can represent with delta plus here, delta plus plus here, delta triple plus here. Okay, you can simply ignore this. This is the carbon chain, and the end of the carbon chain is electron withdrawing. The effect is called minus I effect. Okay, this is the example. And the minus I effect of some of the atoms and groups in the decreasing order. Let's see now. Decreasing order, for suppose nitro group greater than cyanide, CN group, carboxylic acid group, halogens fluorine, now chlorine, bromine and iodine. Okay, this is the decreasing order of this inductive effect, minus I effect of some of the atoms and groups. This is about minus I effect. Now let's see plus I effect. Now plus I effect. If the substituent attached to the end of the carbon chain, like this, for suppose CH3 is attached here and it is electron donating. Okay, for suppose it is electron donating, here minus. This is the example here. You should remember one thing, minus I effect always electron withdrawing group is attached to the end of the carbon and electron donating group is attached to the end of the carbon, that should be plus I effect. The plus I effect of some of the atoms or groups in the decreasing order I am going to represent here. For suppose CH3 thrice C, this is tertiary butyl group, it is greater than CH3 twice CH. Okay, this should be isopropyl greater than CH3 CH2, simply ethyl group greater than only CH3, that should be methyl group. Okay, this is the order, decreasing order of plus I effect. Inductive effect is a permanent effect, students. You can see the mind map here again, what I have drawn previously. Inductive effect is a permanent effect operating the ground state of the organic molecules, and hence is responsible for high melting point and high boiling point and dipole moment of polar compounds. Okay, this is about complete information of inductive effect. Now let's see about the second one, what we have here, electromeric effect. Okay, electromeric effect, again in this we have plus E effect and minus E effect. Let's see briefly. Electromeric effect, it involves the complete transfer of electrons, of a multiple bond, nothing but a double bond or a triple bond, to one of the bonded atoms, usually more electronegative, in the presence of attacking the reagent. It is called as electromeric effect. Let's see clearly with an example, then you can understand it. For suppose if you take the compound C double bond O like this, and reagent added to this, if you add a reagent added, and okay, then what should happen here? Here the electron displacement could be done. After that, what should happen? Here electronegative ion should be formed, here electropositive ion should be formed. So if you remove that reagent, reagent removed, then students, what will happen? This reaction is reversible. Okay, again you should get this type of organic molecule what you have taken initially. This effect is temporary and takes place only in the presence of a reagent. As soon as the reagent is removed, the molecule reverts back to its original position. Electromeric effects is of two types, as I told you, that should be plus E effect and minus E effect. Plus E effect, the first one is plus electromeric effect. If the electrons of the pi bond are transferred to that atom of the double bond to which the reagent gets finally attached, the effect is called as plus E effect. Okay, for suppose if you see the example of this addition of acids to alkenes, you know that if a compound has double bond, that should known as alkenes. Okay, let's see the example of this addition of acids to alkenes. Then students, here C double bond C, this is the compound of alkene, and to this if you add an acid, that means nothing but H plus ions, then here transfer of electrons takes place from this double bond to this hydrogen, H plus ions. Then here C single bond C like this, here one ion should be formed and attacking with this hydrogen. So this is known as plus E effect. Okay, plus E effect. According to this definition, if you see, if the electron of the pi bond, here we can see one sigma bond and one pi bond, are transferred to the atom of the double pi bond, or transferred to that of the atom of the double bond to which the reagent get finally attached. So this is the example of plus E effect. Now for suppose if the other hand, the electrons of the double bond are transferred to the atom of the double bond other than the one of which the reagent gets finally attached, this effect is known as minus E effect. Let's see the example here. Here you can see C double bond O plus Cn minus. For suppose this ion is transferred to here, then this is from double bond to this group only. Then students, here this Cn is attached here, and due to this here one ion has been formed. So this is only known as minus E effect. Okay. the addition of cyanide, this is Cn minus ion, cyanide ion, to the carbonyl group. So this is the carbonyl group. Then the transfer of electrons could be done like this, from this double bond to this oxygen only, and from this negative ion to this bond. Then students, the formed compound should be COCN with these bonds. Okay, this is about negative E, minus E effect. And coming to this mind map, here about inductive effect, 2 types completed, plus I effect and minus I effect, and this electromeric effect, plus E effect and minus E effect also completed. Okay students, this is about our today's session, and what is your opinion, and if you understand this class, you can convey in the comment section. If you have any doubt also, you can convey in the comment section. Okay, if you understand this class, please subscribe and click the bell icon for my further updates. Thanks for watching.